Okay. Hello, everybody. Hey, G Money. July 23rd here. What is going on? The days are flying by, you guys. They are flying by. Yes, congrats to all of you guys for showing up on time on a team call. I know it's 9 p.m. here, you guys, so it's late. It's been a long day here. I'm like detoxing on top of it. So shout out to us for freaking being here, and we're going to rock this call. So we still are talking about social media tonight. And before we get going with that, I do just want to talk to you guys a little bit about our sneak peek that we just did. So how did we think the sneak peek went, you guys? You can drop in the comments. Did you guys get good feedback back from people? You can drop a 1 if you did. Just wanted to talk a little bit about our ideas when it comes to this sneak peek group. So we love the events. The events clearly bring a lot of momentum for us. It's really easy. Everyone did amazing, and it's really easy for us to invite to events like that, right? And it's easy to follow up when you have an event like that. And so I love, you guys killed it. Everybody that went live freaking killed it. So shout out to everybody and I'm pretty sure Frances, I'm not sure if she's on this right now, but you guys, this is like her first month in the business. And I'm shouting her out right now because that is incredible. Her first freaking month, and she signs up to go live in a group of over 5,000 people. That is insane. Like, huge shout out to her. And I just hope that inspires you guys to realize that you don't need to have this crazy success story in order to go live in the group or to show up as, a highlighted leader in an event like this sneak peek. Yeah, less than a month, Jermaine just said, for Frances. And she killed it, you guys. Absolutely killed it. And I mean, everybody did an amazing job. Don't get me wrong. But I just wanted to point that out because to me, she is just such a good example of how you can step up at any point, you guys. We want you guys to step up. We want to showcase you, okay? So with that being said, and this is definitely, I got to give my girl Michelle a shout out too, because this was definitely Michelle's idea. So Michelle had made a suggestion to kind of take the sneak peek group that we use really towards events and kind of twist it a little bit and make it more of an ATM group. So that's going to require a little bit more participation from everybody. So we love the content that's up there. We don't necessarily want to take that down. So we want you guys, what we want to start doing is I'm going to create a separate calendar, not a form for you guys to fill out, but a calendar for you guys to go in and write out, sign up essentially for a special time for you to go live, tell your story, whether it's about the business, whether it's about the products. We want you guys to find what's going to be, what's the word I'm looking for? You're going to be able to find the time for it in your schedule. But still, we are still going to do the events then as well, okay? So we want to showcase more leaders. The more you guys are going live in there, and if you don't know this, if you're new, just to kind of give you a little why we're saying we want to highlight you guys more, we want you guys to be more active in these groups, is because your prospects really only get notified when you're active in those groups. Commenting, going live, posting. That's when they get the little notification on Facebook like, oh, hey, this is so-and-so. I forgot about this group she added me to. Let me go and click it. Not just putting them in there. They don't always get notifications if I'm posting, if Megan's posting, and they're not friends with me and Megan. They only get notified if you are stepping up to the plate and adding value to the group. Okay. So we want to give you guys the opportunity. So I'm going to create a calendar essentially for us to fill out and sign up to go live, or sign up to share a large post, or whatever it may be, right? For you to share something in that group. And then we're going to still have the events. We are going to still, and to me, it kind of feels almost like a blitz since we're going to be kind of doing these consistently. So, a blitz of lives in a way, how we kind of really lined up, 3 to 5 people a day of lives for 3 days straight. So it's kind of going to be, so Kayla, this is going to be in Happiness Behind the Scenes group. Happiness Project is definitely more so geared towards customers. I feel like we've got a really good community kind of going on in there. Again, same thing. Feel free to go live in there about the products. Feel free to go live in the Happiness Project about your experiences with the product testimonial, but definitely in Happiness Behind the Scenes, that's where we want to focus more on the business side of things for you guys. Okay. So I am going to get that calendar up, but I just wanted to get some feedback for you guys. John and Rox, we would love for you guys to go live together. I think you guys have some serious power when you guys share your story together, for sure. So we want to hear from you guys. Okay. That is definitely what we're looking to do. So we are going to kind of get back into the habit of doing those events though monthly. Okay. So let's create a little bit of more momentum. You guys, we're probably going to stick around the 15th for like the 3-day blitz or event, as you want to call it, of the 15th of every month, just because I feel like let's be honest, we're hyped. It's payday, right? We're hyped. We're excited. We just got paid. This new compensation plan is launching come August 1st, right? So that is kind of what we are thinking. Wanted to update you guys on all of that and let you know about all of that. So no, Rochelle, essentially we're going to be leaving up the information and not cleaning it out every time. But so for Megan's video next month, we may leave it, right? But then the month after that, she may redo it. We're going to keep it fresh. It's just, I don't know if that makes sense. We're just going to kind of feel it out. She may do it completely fresh again this upcoming month too. You know what I mean? So we just want to keep it exciting, but we're definitely not going to take that information down so that it's there. So you guys can keep adding your people to it, and let's just keep the momentum going, keep sharing our stories. Everybody say cheese. Megan's taking a picture. Okay. So with that being said, we are going to now change subjects, hop into the social media side of things. Did I miss any questions? Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything on. Did anybody have any questions about that? No. Okay. I think I covered them all. Okay. So let me share my screen with you guys because I got a little handy dandy PowerPoint again. Okay. So it's really short, you guys. Tonight is not a long one. Last week was a long one. It was frickin' fire, but this one is definitely shorter. So tonight we're talking to you guys about building relationships. Meg, do you want me to do this part, or do you want to take it over from the start? I mean, it's short, so it's up to you.
It doesn't matter either way.
I'm volunteering you. You go.
Okay.
Away.
All right. What's up, you guys? We are excited. This is going to be, pretty short and sweet. So building a relationship with your audience does not mean building rapport. And I think a lot of you guys get this twisted and confused. You think that building a relationship means that you pop into someone's inbox and start asking them about their, job and kids and doing all this small talk and not knowing when to send the invite. And that's not really what we mean at all. We actually mean that we want you to build that public relationship in several different ways online publicly. So basically it means, here we go. responding to stories, commenting and liking, right? So going on your prospects page, if they do stories, interacting with them. Stories are awesome, you guys, because you can literally strike up conversations about things that are going on in their life. And it's super, if you're just commenting and making quick little comments, they're going to comment back, and you can easily direct that conversation of like, oh yeah, hey, I've been meaning to ask you, do you want to check out this happy coffee information? If not, no big deal, right? So responding to stories, going live connects to your audience. That is part of building relationships, because when you go live, people see your personality. They can hear you. They can see your emotion. There's no faking it. When you're live, right? You're not rehearsing anything. So people can instantly connect with you. It instantly builds that connection of that know, like, and trust factor. So if you're going live all the time, and then you're prospecting, and I'll talk about that in a minute, and popping it into people's messenger to ask them if they're open, guess what? It's not technically a cold message, because they already feel like they know, like, and trust you. Following up with your prospects, this is huge. You definitely want to be checking in with them, and not just, hey, are you ready to order? Are you ready to order? Following up can simply mean, again, responding to their stories, or popping in their inbox and asking them how they are. Or maybe you see they went on vacation and messaging them and asking them how their vacation was. That can be a follow-up. And then your typical follow-ups, obviously. And then building a relationship by being vulnerable. Commenting back, this is huge. So people, I hear all the time, complain they don't get enough engagement. I don't get enough engagement. I don't get enough engagement. Then you go to their page and you look at the engagement they're getting, and they're not replying to anyone that's leaving them comments. They're being an entitled, selfish douche. So reply back to the people that are leaving you comments, right? They're taking time out of your day to engage and be social with you on your social media by commenting on your posts. That you need to be human, be social. Facebook likes it when you're social. Facebook's not going to give you any more engagement if you're not already engaging with the engagement that you already get. So go through and reply to the comments, you guys. Build those connections. Honestly, that's the best way. People tell me all the time, what I really love about you is that you always respond to people's comments. And I know people will be like, I know you're super busy and you have a big team, blah, 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 but you always reply to comments on your page. And someone asks you, do you have someone doing that for you? No, that's me. So it does go a long way. People notice that. That's the first thing I notice. If I go to an influencer's page and I'm looking at stuff and I see that they have tons of comments and they have not responded to any single comment, I honestly don't even want to be their friend, because it shows me the kind of person they are. So reply back to people, and then continue to serve your audience daily with your content. So that's what we mean by building those public relationships. Clicker. Ta-da! All right, marketing versus prospecting. So marketing is actually passive, even though you think that you're doing something active because you are putting up a piece of content, but it's actually a passive thing. Marketing is creating and putting up a piece of content, right, with the intention to get your network to take some sort of action. You're hoping it's going to force them to either comment that they want some info, or pop into your inbox, right, and say, hey, what is this? So that's going to be Facebook Lives. When you do the call to actions, that gets people generating leads, generating people into your inbox. Curiosity posts, that's marketing, right? Which, listen, ideal world, we all would just rather just put up our content and have just people flooding into our inbox, right? I mean, am I right? Totally. Most people, let's talk about prospecting, because it's different. Prospecting is something active. Most people hate prospecting, and I totally get it. Unless you're a freaking psycho like me, you probably hate prospecting. Prospecting is actively reaching out to people in your network to ask them if they are open to either your product or opportunity. And so in the beginning, before you have a following, before you have tons of people in your inbox every day from your content, you're going to have to do both. you're gonna have to prospect. Okay, no, I'll take that back. You don't have to prospect. If you don't want to build a business, if you don't want to make money, you don't have to prospect. But if you want to build a business, which I'm guessing all the people on this call actually do because you're on this call, you're gonna have to prospect, guys. And it doesn't need to be icky. It doesn't need to be salesy. It doesn't need to be spammy. And if you do it the right way, it doesn't offend people. I rarely, unless someone's like totally off the rocker, right? Like a weirdo, I never get someone offended when I use the scripts that we have, which is basically like, hey, I see you live in freaking Texas. I'm looking to expand my business there. Don't know if this is a good fit or not. Are you open to taking a look? If not, really no big deal. I send it all day long, guys. And today I had freaking yes after yes after yes. It seemed like tons of people that were open. And some days I get no after no after no, but I'm telling you, it's not spammy, and I never get someone offended. I might get someone that says, no thanks, not for me, but I don't get them offended. And so honestly, I prospect every single day still. I get a lot of people that reach out to me, but I'm not even at the point in my business where I feel comfortable just going on people that are generated by my content. I feel like unless I have 3,000 leads a month coming in, I probably will be prospecting. I mean, it's going to have to be a significant number of people where I feel like I can't even keep up with the leads that I have coming in before I stop prospecting. So you're just going to have, what I suggest you do is you just take the emotion right out of it. Put in your head right now that it really doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter if they ghost you. It doesn't matter if they say yes or no. Your goal is to create conversations, not sales. So take the emotion out of it, right? Because some will, some won't. So what? Who's next? There's 2 billion people on Facebook. There's 600 million on Instagram. There are people everywhere you look. You could go to the grocery store and prospect. You could go push around a grocery cart acting like you're getting groceries and prospect people. So to say, oh, where do I find people? They're literally everywhere. There are people literally everywhere that you can prospect. So that's the difference between prospecting and marketing. And in the beginning, you got to do both.
Okay, yes. So I feel like we have gotten, I know I personally have gotten asked a lot of questions. I still also prospect, you guys. Like I for sure still prospect and create new conversations. Like Megan said, the faster you can take the emotion out of it and realize that it's about creating those relationships, creating the, conversation going, then that's all, your whole mindset is going to shift. Everything is going to shift when you stop looking at conversations as, for me, I'll be straight up. To me, I looked at conversations as a desperation to grab at money. Like I was like, I need a sale. I need a sale. I need a sale. But when I shifted my mindset to realize that it's not so much about the sale, and it is a lot more about creating that relationship and just creating the conversation, that's when I realized, oh, guess what? The sale comes a lot more naturally when that happens. I don't feel spammy. I don't feel pushy. I don't feel like I have to convince people. And when you are doing those things properly and you are marketing properly and prospecting properly, that's when you guys can find the perfect storm. That's when you guys find those rock stars, those people that kind of come out of the woodworks where you're like, oh, wow. And honestly, it is the two of them being used as one. Okay. So we wanted to take the time out to talk about those two things and how they are different, but how you really can use both of them together and separately to push your business forward. Okay. So does anybody have any questions on that? Yes, this will definitely be posted. Like, you mean like this call or just like the slides? I can post the slides too if you guys need, or just the call. So just let me know. Definitely we recommend prospecting, but I also recommend, doing the marketing side of things to you guys. So next week We are going to, again, continue along this social media train. However, you guys, you're going to be super excited because Taylor Stubblefield, who is amazing, and she was one of the leaders who also went live in this sneak peek group. She is going to be training us all on how to effectively use stories. Okay, we talk about stories all the time and how we're like, use stories, use stories. So we're going to show you guys how to really effectively use them to get your audience's attention, and get the most from them and get more leads from those stories. We love stories, so it's about dang time we do a stories training, right? So if you guys haven't checked out Taylor Stubblefield's stories yet, or just her social media in general, she does an amazing job at kind of the whole branding situation, but her stories are fire, like fire. So go check them out. We are going to be doing that next week. And I'm trying to think of what, I feel like there was something else I'm missing, but I don't think there is. This was a short and sweet call tonight, my friends. So I think that's her. Okay, I'll type her name in here. She might be on this call even, and I don't know right now, but this is Taylor Stubblefield, is her name. Her Instagram name is tlovestubbs. If you want to check her out on Instagram. And I'm trying to think. Okay, yes, thank you for reminding me, honey. The 25th, which is Thursday, right? Yes. Yeah. She's doing a Zoom call, right? Is it a Zoom call, Megan? Yeah. A Zoom call on Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern, I believe, right? Wasn't that the time? Yes. So her name is Amanda, and she's going to do a training for us at 1 p.m. Eastern on branding. So if you are really looking to fine-tune your good branding stuff, hop on that link. Yeah, the Zoom link. I think it's already in that comments. But post again for sure. We'll definitely be posting it again for everybody to hop on. But it is at 1 p.m. Eastern for all of you guys who can hop on. It's going to be a good one. It's super nice of her to, I mean, she's getting, nothing from this essentially. So super awesome of her to do that. So it'd be really good of us to show up and show her how amazing of a team we are, and that we are going to be excited. I assume it's going to be recorded, but I'm not totally sure just yet.
I don't exactly know either. So yeah.
So definitely try to hop on if you can. And that's it, you guys. Nice, short and sweet team call tonight. So thank you guys for hopping on. We'll see you guys next week, and we will talk to you guys later. All right. Bye, y'all.